Hi everybody, I'm Jack and this is Raw Tropical Living. Thanks so much for joining me today. I'm just sitting out on my patio here having a little watermelon and reading Whole, as you can see, by T. Colin Campbell, PhD. I bought this a while back and I've actually been reading it bits and pieces here and there. It's not, like a lot of these books, even kind of like the China Study, I don't necessarily pick up and read cover to cover. I pick them up from time to time and I'm always taking things out of there. I still pick up the China Study quite regularly. And I was just out here reading this today. Was reading a little bit yesterday too, excuse me. Mm. I say, it's so-so. I haven't found a good watermelon in ages down here or in the States. It's just hit or miss. They're not bad, just not a lot of flavor, which probably means not a lot of sugar, which probably means depleted soil, but no big deal. Anyhow, I was thinking about the title of this video the other day, and I brainstorm like titles and stuff and things to talk about all the time. Some I make videos of, some I don't. Some of the ideas I'll write a title down or have an idea down, and something will spark that later. Just make it okay. Now's the time to do that. So anyhow, I saw a little red dot flash. I've been using so many cameras. I saw a little red dot flash, and I'm like, okay, now what does that mean on the GoPro? Okay, but we're good. Anyhow, I'm reading in here, and it fits right into. It just led me right into this, and I can't remember all the excerpts. I would strongly recommend, if you haven't read this book. I would say read they stand alone, but I would say read the China Study first, especially if you're new to this lifestyle, just to get a few of the concepts and the ideas under your belt. And this expands on that, and expands on it from the point of what I was thinking about before I got back into reading this yesterday afternoon. And everybody seems to focus too much on the specifics, like, oh, am I getting this on the nutrients, the individual nutrients? Oh, am I getting enough of this? Oh my God, I didn't get enough of this particular thing today. I didn't get enough of this. When the way I look at it, the way I approach it is, I just believe it's a totally holistic approach, and that instead of looking at these specifics and, oh, did I get this? Did I get that? That we should just be focusing on eating enough calories. That's why I'm always saying these people that restrict and these people that aren't getting enough calories are probably not getting all their nutrients just by default. Because, we might miss something. We might need to supplement here and there. I don't have a lot of hard, fast rules. I'm not like one of these people that knows everything or thinks I know everything. This is still kind of a work in progress for me. I'm learning every day. But I think if we're eating enough calories, eating enough of a variety of fruits, vegetables, the leafy greens, healthy fat, that we will get what we need within there, instead of focusing on, oh my God, I'm not doing this, so I need to focus and eat this, and this. And always be worrying about the macronutrients. We should just more or less be looking at the whole picture. Somebody asked me, and I didn't get to talk to them. I guess they got out of here before I saw them. But somebody was asking me if I would talk with somebody, and asked me how my Spanish was, if I would talk with her. She's a woman that works and lives around here, just not feeling a lot of energy, and she had a couple of concerns. And I told my friend that that I imagine that she's kind of, since she's not in the health world, or is kind of just looking for answers. She's probably looking for something different than I would say. She's probably looking for instance, I forgot if she said she had kidney stones or if she had gallstones or whatever, but she was probably looking for some sort of a specific thing. And in those issues, there probably is, by the time you've gotten to where, I don't know that she had that, but by the time you've gotten to where you have kidney stones, might not be the best example, because maybe something like that, you can do something specific to break up those kidney stones. But what I'm getting at here is, if she's looking to be more healthy, if she's looking, and she's looking more towards her family's health, the first thing I told him, just shooting from the hip was, I would just tell her, to eliminate. And I don't think she's the person that's going to go vegan, but I would say just eliminate as many of the animal products as possible. Eat as much whole, fresh food as possible. Fruits, vegetables. They live. People around here, they're going to eat their starches. So I'm just trying to encourage. Say, hey, eat those good sweet potatoes, those purple sweet potatoes we have down here. And for somebody down here to make it resonate a little bit, I was going to try to, I was brushing up on a little bit of my Spanish, and I was going to try to mention the people in the Nicoya region here, which is actually one of the blue zones on the planet. And if I could find something in Spanish for her to read about that, because the people up there, they're not vegan, but they do eat a mostly plant-based diet. They are active. They grow their own food. They have physical activity, plus they're working in the dirt, and they live a good long time. So anyhow, I just got a little sidetracked on that tangent of the example, and like I said, maybe not the best example, but especially for us healthy people that don't have too many health issues, and I would say mostly for anybody, because you just cannot hone in on, but I forget words. I'm not going to have a vocabulary in 20 years. This damn brain has just been drunk away, but you can hone in on a specific things like this, but you just want to be getting in as much of a variety of the nutrition as possible. I read one little excerpt here that I will share with you. Okay, I found the section that I was looking for. This is just a little bit, gives you an idea about, and this is a thinking process. This has been done in different fields of science and philosophy and religion. What we're talking about here, when we talk about a lot of specifics versus the whole, is reductionism versus holism. And just to basically give you an idea, if you're a reductionist, you believe that everything in the world can be understood if you understand all its component parts. A holist, on the other hand, believes that the whole can be greater than the sum of its parts. And that's it, the entire debate in a nutshell. But the debate is one that has been raging among philosophers, theologians, and scientists since antiquity. Is this just academic philosophy, the equivalent of arguing about how many angels can dance on the head of a pin? Hardly. Reductionism is not in itself a bad thing. Indeed, reductionist research has been responsible for some of the most profound breakthroughs of the past several centuries. From anatomy to physics to astronomy to biology to geology, we have gained a greater appreciation of and ability to interact positively with the universe through scientific advances brought by the focused, controlled experimentation of reductionism. So holism does not oppose reductionism, rather holism encompasses reductionism just as each whole encompasses its parts. Like I say, so I'm just going to finish up real quick here by saying, I've talked more before about supplementation, so this might sound like, okay, well, what are you saying? You're kind of contradicting yourself. I would say, for me, and like I say, just my personal philosophy to wrap this up is that it's basically a holistic approach. If we eat, like I said earlier, if we eat enough food, enough variety, we're going to mostly get what we need. I'm saying mostly. I don't have a problem. I know there's some things we can miss that can be very important if we don't make sure we're getting that specific nutrient. So I don't want to, discount that way of thinking either. Like I said, ever since I've been in this lifestyle, and people can have whatever their opinion is on supplementation or what we're missing or what we're getting, but B12 is something I don't play around with. I probably have not looked into, and I don't supplement regularly, but I do get my shots occasionally just to make sure. The same with a few others. But anyhow, it's mostly about the big picture. Stop splitting hairs. Stop trying to be so specific with it. Just eat a whole food, plant-based diet. Eat plenty of variety, plenty of colors, plenty of calories, and you're probably going to be all right. If you've got any specific issues, look into them and act accordingly. But that is just, I believe, good general philosophy advice that most people can live and thrive on. Anyhow, hope you guys enjoyed this one. If you like it, give me a thumbs up. Hope you'll subscribe to the channel, and hope you're having a wonderful day. Love you guys. Peace.